Well, youth crime in Queensland is claiming new victims every day. This week, a Townsville mum has been left absolutely shaken after a gang of teens tried to steal her car with her 6-month-old baby still inside. Unable to contain his anger, her husband, Chris, took to social media slamming the lack of government action.
This is our government letting this happen. They have the power to stop it, but they just don't. Putting families at risk. It's a joke, mate. My kids could be out there. My kids could be injured. My kids could be dead.
You get it right. We're joined now by Assistant Commissioner George Marchesini of the Queensland Police in Toowoomba. Thank you so much for your time. Always good to talk to you. You can hear the fear, you sense the anger in his voice. People just want their families to be safe and they feel like it's not happening.
Yeah, good morning, Carl. Look, listening to that, and as you can appreciate, any crime that's committed where we see that harm to community is one crime too many. I can't even begin to understand sort of what the families go through in terms of when you see that happening. What I can sort of say is and assure the community that community safety will always be a priority. Hence the reason why we've been in Toowoomba this week and last week in terms of our Task Force Guardian and other initiatives that we're rolling out. That needs to continue to happen across that broad spectrum, and I keep sort of repeating this, early intervention, keeping them out of the system, but focusing still on those offenders that are causing serious harm.
Well, the reality is we need more of you. This attack happened at 9:15 on a Wednesday morning outside a shopping centre. I mean, it's no wonder people don't feel safe anywhere.
Yeah. Look, Carla, once again, many of the initiatives that we've got in place in terms of our high visibility, in terms of, once again, Task Force Guardian going into locations, supplementing police resources. But it's more than that. We do need our partners to be involved in this and to stand up with us in regards to the approach. When we look at travelling extensively across the state, and when you start going into areas, whether it's Toowoomba, whether it's Townsville, whether it's Cairns, Brisbane or the Gold Coast, we need to have a better handle in terms of what we're seeing with some of our offenders that are coming out and what we're actually doing with that. So it is an approach that involves all parties to this.
You need the courts to back you too, right? And it seems to me that even in the last couple of weeks there's been some pretty horrific bail decisions made.
And we'll continue again to review those bail decisions, which we see that we do, our specialist prosecutors within the courts. So we'll use everything that we can, certainly from a QPS perspective, Queensland Police Service, to tackle this. Every tool that we have at our disposal we'll utilise. And once again, I'll go back to our Task Force Guardian, youth co-responder teams. I was in here at Toowoomba last week, and some of the work that they're doing on the ground is critical. Like, when we need that engagement, but we need our partners with us on the ground.
Have you got enough resources?
Look, in terms of what we're seeing with high visibility policing, what we're doing with, and I go back to Task Force Guardian, that we've seen some really good results. Toowoomba in particular, talking with police and local community over the last week, we are seeing changes in this community. But that can only happen not just with a police response. I'll keep coming back, involving our partner agencies, our services on the ground, and community being involved. And when I talk about community, I'm talking also about those agencies who've got a statutory responsibility to be front and centre.
All right, it sounds like you're calling to arms. Thank you for being with us, as always. Appreciate it. Sarah?
A Queensland father is making his outrage known after a gang of teenagers allegedly tried to steal the family car with his baby still inside. Andrea Crothers has the story for us this morning. Andrea, his fury is going viral online.
Good morning, Brooke. It's not hard to see why this would be a parent's worst nightmare. Chris Thurley says his wife was at a shopping centre car park in Townsville, their 6-month-old baby in the back seat, when suddenly a stolen Audi full of youth criminals pulled up beside it, scoping out the vehicle in what they believe was an attempted carjacking. Thankfully, Chris's wife managed to jump back in the car, lock the doors before anything could happen, but he's fuming.
If my missus hadn't jumped back in the car and locked the door when they pulled up beside her, my kids could be out there. My kids could be injured. My kids could be dead.
Now, police are still searching for those teens, also still searching for that Audi they've been getting around in. But this comes as the Voice for Victims group prepares to march on Parliament House yet again. November 5, that is the date of their next rally. They're pushing for more consultation with the government. The Premier has agreed to meet with them. Brooke?
OK, thanks, Andrea.
Hey there, Today fans. Sarah and...
What's my name again?
Oh my goodness, Carl.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel, though. Subscribe now for more news, special reports and amazing Aussie stories.
And Carl misbehaving,
Whoa,
of course.
that never happens.
Always happens.
What's she talking about?